Okay, we'll call to order. Hello, everybody. Good to have you here. Time now is 18:02. Six. Roll call. Chair is present, vice chair is present. Chad is excused absent. Gary's excused absent. Judy's here. Debbie's here. Nicole's here.
I'm here.
Ed's here. Nika's here. Charles is here. We have quorum.
Okay, good.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any public comments? I'm seeing members of the public.
Actually, we do have one via Zoom.
Oh, wow.
It's Robin.
Mr. Green, if you want to make public comments, please do. Oh, he's from Fishing with America. Oh. Fishing with America's Finest.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sure can.
Okay, we apologize for not attending. We looked at the schedule. We thought it was scheduled for Thursday. So I'm just going to give a brief update on what our plans are for the April 5th event. We normally start off with the national anthem and salute to the flag. We're going to have fishing in the Grahams Lake, which we're still working with. I'm working with Isabella on that issue. We will have hopefully a bounce house, snow cones, entertainment for the family members and for those that don't want to fish. The kickoff is going to be at 10 a.m. We'll have public comments from the politicians, city leaders, and any of you guys that may want to say anything at the beginning of the event or towards the end, your choice. In addition, we're going to solicit any businesses in Miami Lake that might want to set up a table while we're having the event so they can highlight their businesses and activities to the vets, not only in Miami Lakes, but those outside that may be wanting to come back to Miami Lakes and do business. It's going to be also after about an hour and a half, 2 hours of fishing, we'll have lunch. We'll still have entertainment going on. We're going to have two raffles. One raffle is going to be for the Vietnam vet, and these are free raffles. There's no cost associated. There's going to be one raffle for the Vietnam vets only, and then there's one for all vets. So vets of all eras will be in for raffle, and then we're doing a sort of a special thing for the Vietnam vets to acknowledge them and thank them for their service. After that, we'll pretty much conclude the ceremony. So it's from 10 to 2. If there's any Vietnam vets that have not received their official pins from the Department of Defense, we'll also have time allocated to do the pinning and give them their certificates. And that's pretty much it.
All right, what do you need from us? I know I'm gonna have to go to council on the 6th and request the approval of the $500 we're gonna use, so that's coming. And I know the American Legion should be giving you guys $500 sometime soon.
Okay.
In fact, maybe
Well,
I'll get it to you by Wednesday or something like that. I'll talk to the finance officer of the American Legion Post 144. So,
right. I'm a member of the Post, so I'll be at meeting.
I know you're always there. I know you and I think it's your wife.
My wife, correct.
Yes, you're always there. So yeah, that's one of the things that we're going to be doing. We'll be voting on it, so you probably should vote for yourself. So to approve it. So yes, but I think we already have the money allocated and what's going to be coming up as a motion. So we'll be, in other words, we're hoping to get to $1,000, 500 from the town, 500 from the American Legion Post to assist you.
Excellent.
I can
Excellent.
help you out. So So we really appreciate what you're doing, Mr. Green, and what your wife and you have done, and what all those other volunteers with Fishing with America's Finest have done. I mean, I think it's very fitting, to honor our Vietnam veterans, especially, during now with the political climate of, there's trying to be peace to the Ukraine and other places, and, the people rattling sabers have never tasted war, in my opinion, but
Correct.
that's the way it
Correct.
goes. So I think it's a very fitting timing and very fitting tribute, and really, really thank you very much from the town of Miami Lakes and from all us veterans, you putting this on, really appreciate it. Is there anything we could do for you to help you?
I've been working with Isabella on, simple issues, whether we need permits for anything or if we need assistance with like the garbage pickup. The last time we had it, we, collected all the garbage and we left it by the waste receptacles. And I guess someone from the town picked it up that evening. We want to see if there's still something that can be done or if there's something we have to make arrangements for.
We'll find that out, but my hope is we should be able to do the exact same thing we did last time.
Okay.
I don't see any reason, and I'm going to be briefing the council on this, in the middle of this Thursday. And I'm sure they're going to be super supportive and they will show up to the event.
Okay. But the biggest thing is if we need any type permits or anything like that, and
We didn't have, but they didn't require permits last time, did they?
no, we didn't.
So I don't see why they will require permits now, because, this is a Veterans Committee event, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So it's kind of part of the town. The town doesn't usually pull permits for its own events, so.
Okay.
You're kind of working under the Veterans Committee umbrella to get this done, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so everything should work pretty smoothly.
All righty.
And if I have anything else, I'll bring it up on Saturday at the meeting, if there's anything out of the ordinary. But I want to give a shout out to Isabella. She's been a godsend. She's really a hard worker. And if you guys don't keep her, we might steal her here in downtown Miami.
The town has a hard time keeping great people. And, so I'm hoping that they keep this one. She's been fantastic. She really has.
Yeah, she's an all-star. She really is.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Green. You have a good evening, sir.
Okay, you guys also be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Oh, great. That's cracking. All right, order of business, any deferrals, additions, or deletions?
So the only thing I would think to add, I think we talked about in like the non-meeting meeting, but I thought that you didn't have to go to the town for anything that was $900 or less. I thought you could just do that,
I know,
right? Because
but he told me there was a reason why I had to.
The 500 is a donation from the veterans to Fishing with America's Finest, so it's coming out of a specific line item.
Yeah.
And finance department and the town want
Yeah.
full transparency with any donation items.
Because I think I'm not moving us within our own budget, you know what I'm saying? And that makes sense.
then we don't have to.
All right, no worries.
I will say with Fishing with America's Finest, if you prefer to pay individually for litter pickup, for example, you don't necessarily have to ask council, like, we're gonna dedicate this donation to that, you know what I mean? You were gonna pay for
Actually, pay the
litter
services that
or,
are done
yes,
directly
exactly.
as
Well,
part of
I'm
the
kind of
event.
hoping that whatever was free last time remains free this time.
Yeah, we'll end up adding costs if we do.
Yeah, let us know if the town's gonna change its mind. I hope not, but I don't think they will.
Well, litter is gonna cost a certain amount, either way, have, make sure that staff member comes in
All right.
after the event.
We'll figure
Yeah.
that out. Okey-doke. So moving on, review and adopt the minutes from February 2025 Veterans Committee.
Make a motion to approve the meeting February 6th. Okay.
A motion made by Mr. Piaio to approve the minutes, seconded by Vice Chair Borman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. The proposed,
The banners?
no, not the banners, okay, here's the report.
Yeah, the report's
Okay, good. Okay, all right, veterans banner eligibility. I had sent out a proposal. And we had a discussion during the meeting that we didn't have quorum, and Ed proposed something that was even better. So, Ed, you want to, tell folks?
Yeah, so
And I put X number of years because I didn't know, what number of years we decide on.
So simply, apparently now there's an issue about some veterans leaving or no longer being in town. So what I propose, instead of just like taking them off, like putting the onus on them. I think we briefly spoke about like every other year, but in the application. To put something that this has to be reapplied for, this benefit of the banner. Every X amount of years, it doesn't have to be every other year. Because we're running out of space, correct?
Correct.
Right, so. That way, you don't just willy-nilly yank it from other people. You kind of put the onus on them, and so maybe even be able to make it online and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's what, one of the things we're gonna be voting on. So do you wanna, I guess the discussion now is the reapplication process, do you want it to be every year or every 2 years?
I suggest every 2 years.
Every 2 years? 2 years sounds better. I mean, I know you were trying to make it, you want it every 1 year, but.
No, every other year, I was saying,
Okay,
so like, if you're doing 25, you're doing 27.
Okay, so that's.
20, so
that's
every 2 years,
every
just
2 years.
Cement.
Okay, so let's do a motion on requiring that there be a reapplication on everybody for a banner, who has a banner. Reapply every 2 years. And so everyone who has a banner going up this year will need to reapply again in 2027. Who wants to second that motion?
I second.
PIO seconds that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
We
Okay,
discussed moving them into
That's
QR
right.
land after that.
that's right. We're gonna need a second motion.
Okay.
The second motion is, on the old business is to create a Veterans of Miami Lakes sub-menu site on the town website. And those banners that have not been renewed, that have been taken down, will end up going, well, actually, every banner can go on there.
Yes,
Every banner can go on there,
yeah, and they'll stay there.
and they'll stay there.
Correct.
A picture of that banner will go on there, and it'll be Veterans of Miami Lakes sub-menu. And so I think we asked how much it will cost, and if there's a cost associated, or what we need to get it done. So I'd like to make a motion that, the town, provide us information on creating a Veterans of Miami Lakes sub-menu site on the town website. Anybody want to second that motion? Second it. Judy? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that motion passes.
So for the new applicants for the banner program this year, would you all be vetting them next meeting, special call meeting? If we want to get them up before Memorial Day.
Yeah, I mean, I think the vetting. What I don't want to need, I don't want to have quorum for the vetting.
This is just subcommittee.
As a committee.
This is subcommittee, yeah,
Right.
subcommittee, myself, people who are familiar with DD 214s, you know what I mean? Okay. And I mean, thanks a lot, completely,
I think maybe you should assign for the people volunteering now.
yeah.
And then
Okay, for the
anyone else-
subcommittee, I asked for volunteers. Anybody who wants to join us, it'll be myself, Mr. Borman, and
Small.
Pedro.
It's easy to
That's-
make
I mean,
quorum.
keep it small, keep it small.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the,
You can all
reindeer-
show up, but that way you have quorum. with-
yeah, we had the reindeer run, subcommittee, and sometimes it was just, Judy, I was the secretary, Judy, and you. And then sometimes Judy, me,
Did you guys decide what you were doing with the current banners? Like, are you just leaving all the the current banners up, or some gonna be taken down, because I remember that was discussed 2 meetings ago.
Yeah, what we just decided to do was, it's gonna be, the onus is gonna be on the people who have banners up. So they need to reapply in 2 years, so we'll, if there's any new banners this year, they get vetted and they're approved, they'll go up as well.
Right.
And then in 2027, everybody basically has to
Everybody.
submit a
Yeah, it's like a
banner.
reset here.
So
Yeah,
everybody,
exactly,
got it.
and those who don't, it wouldn't matter because they're gonna be taken down, but their banner will be on a website.
Yeah, that I got, I was just curious if
Yeah.
the.
So
current
that's
ones
how,
were-
and I think that's a better way, instead of
Yeah.
me sitting here as a judge, it's sort of like, no, put it on you, buddy.
Yeah.
I think it's better. I
That
think
way
that's
No,
there's no
it's-
issues, when you get those angry emails.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it. I'm like, you didn't reapply. It's not my fault, you know? And if they reapply, then they go back up.
No, it's a
Right.
great idea.
And if they have to reapply completely, it's then TD 214, stuff like that. You know, make sure it's, for folks who reapplied and have then, we'll talk about that later, so I could move on. Okay,
Do you need
Uh,
to vote for when you're gonna do the subcommittee meeting?
you mean the date?
Or yeah? or
No,
date
No,
or
we don't know. Did we get any applicants for, any new, okay, and when do they have to go up?
Well, if we want them by Memorial Day, they need the designs by at least the first. We're still trying to communicate
Something like that.
with people. Martin about designing the banners. I don't have a deadline for that yet, but it would be in April.
Okay, so we need to
I
set
would
up a,
suggest in March. For that
we. We're in March right now.
later March. Yes.
I would suggest,
If you wanna do next April meeting.
Yeah, so that way, whatever your
Okay.
findings are, we can just vote.
all right, how's, for the special call or special subcommittee meeting? March 13th, looking for, you, Larry.
March 13th?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in March.
yes.
What time?
There's an education advisory board meeting at 6:30 on March 13th.
March 13th, 6.
So how many banners do we have
No,
right
it's
now?
not me.
No, not yet, wait.
I'm still
Wait,
working on getting access.
It's
to
a meeting
this.
next week.
I'm
Okay.
not sure what number we
We have to
have,
go
but
before, yeah.
there's at least 5 from what I think I told, so.
So can you I assume we can email them earlier, that way they can just come and knock out the vote?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have them in a packet.
Yeah, why don't you do that? That's a
So
really
you
good
can look
idea.
at it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because then I can pre-review them. We can all pre-review them and then it's just basically voting on them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So then it'll take less than a half an hour because we would have seen them already. So we could do it at 6, or March 12th, if you guys are available March 12th.
What day you want it? March 12th or
How about you, Larry?
Two meetings on March 12th.
Okay, then March 13th it is,
At what time? 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
There's a meeting at 6:30, so if you can get it
Yeah,
out.
we'll wait 10 minutes, they know.
Yeah, if we get the information up front, yeah. Okay, next issue, approval of the proceeds disbursement. All right, so I kind of tried to do the math. I hope I kind of did it right. Well, my calculator did, so blame my iPhone. So I estimate that we're gonna have a net 37,600. That's taking out the bus. Should be about $800.
Mhm.
And we had previously approved percentage distribution, so it'd be 50% to veterans monitoring, and it was 18,800. 30% for the Veterans Family Scholarship, which is 11,280. And 20% to American Legion Post Relief Fund, 7520. All right. So I want to make these are estimates. I want to make a motion to approve these estimates. Can I get a second? Second from Mr. Pio. Any questions, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Do we already have applications for the scholarships yet? That I would have to check.
Okay.
I'll check.
Point of order, I don't think this, did we ever vote on the subcommittee? Like the time, I know you guys did the date, but I don't, or maybe I forgot to write it down.
Over the one right now?
The subcommittee, yeah, we got time, March 13th, 6 PM, but I don't think it was ever moved.
Oh, yeah, you're right, we didn't vote. Thank you,
No problem.
motion to, create the subcommittee on vetting the banner applications. Second by Mr. Borman, all those in favor? Thank you, Ed.
No problem.
All right.
Master of protocol.
No, Robert's rules is Robert's rules. I mean, it actually makes it, ever since we talked about that, things have gone much more efficiently, I gotta tell you. Less drama too. Okay, Veterans Council Town Report Finalization, please refer to the attachment. I'm gonna ask them, and this is stuff that we discussed in the meeting we had that we didn't have quorum, but basically, we're gonna have to add a budget line for Memorial Day. I want to add a budget line for Veterans Park Monument. I'm going to discuss the estimated amount of money we have for each of these events that we're gonna be doing, the Veterans Family Scholarship, the Veterans Monument, and the American Legion Post. We're also going to discuss Fishing with America's Finest and asking for us to be allowed to donate $500.
So moving forward, can we do a line item? I don't know if it's possible, just like charitable donations, and where you have more freedom.
I think we got something like
Yes,
that.
I was gonna come in with the line items. So Memorial Day does exist in your account. There's just no funds in it. That's why it doesn't show up on your budget report that I printed out for you.
Okay.
So it didn't disappear. It's just that there's
We
no.
need a chart of accounts.
I have a question on that. So Mayor, will those, at the end of the fiscal year, will the monies in that account, they're gonna stay in that account, it's gonna be carried over into the next year. It's not gonna be one of the deals like our budget where we don't spend it, we lose it.
Everything in the budget that you don't spend, yes, it isn't reflected in the next.
It's
fiscal
carried
year.
over.
It's carried forward, yeah. Ours gets carried
Well, in the
forward.
past, it hasn't been, it didn't hold. it didn't stay- If we didn't spend it by the end of the year, it wasn't accounted in the following, year.
Mhm.
So will this be set up the same way, so we don't worry about losing it at the end of the year?
For you're talking about the memorial?
The funds should
A
gather.
big thing, that this was a huge thing when Michael was chair, is I'm not saying you weren't here. Somebody swept the funds and the funds there are donations.
And we lost the funds, we never got
I
them
don't
back.
know, I remember that the town attorney got involved in everything. I don't think, if someone said, I want to donate this to X, I don't think the town can come in and just do their sweeps and then put that in the general fund, which is what happened
Yeah.
back then. Because that's
It happened and we didn't get the funds back, that's why I just wanted to make sure we're proactive
100%.
and make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it's still the same system. Whatever you don't spend won't reflect in the next year, but there's a carry forward meeting usually in March where all the funds that committees don't spend, you can go to your council members, ask, we're gonna put this money towards this project, and they can, make a cost
two
for what that
different
money
issues.
is.
Well,
So-
I'm gonna discuss that. I'm gonna add that to my committees then, because I agree with Ed. That this is money that's been donated and raised by the committee. It is not appropriated funds. If it's not appropriated funds, it does not go into the general fund. I know that because I practiced military law for 32 years and I defended ADA cases all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can say something, but I have a feeling.
I
I'm gonna
will
win that one.
double check on that. I'll double check on it for
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Yeah, so they're violating the Anti-Deficiency Act of the state of Florida and the federal law.
It
So,
could be that it works differently for this committee because you have
Oh,
things like reindeer run. where
What
you're
I
not saving
remember, we had to.
money.
and I just said that publicly.
The following year, we had to make a vote on all the money that came from the 5K, if I remember correctly. Before the end of the year, so we wouldn't get swept, or before the end of the fiscal year, is what I remember.
Well, the good news is we are doing that.
This is
We
what,
are.
this is what I appreciate about this committee, we're lawyered up. You know?
You guys love it.
And I find when I talk to the council members and I say something, they all going like, he's helping us avoid a major loss.
I'm gonna double check on that for all of you, but.
Well, I mean, it may be a problem that we had, right now, we seem to allocate the funds well. So we, this may not be an issue, but it's. So I'm not gonna raise a problem unless it becomes a problem,
Right.
but, you guys should be cutting a check. That's why I want the Veterans Monument line item started.
Mhm.
And that money's already been allocated because they have a contract for this design to occur. I think you missed it. I got an email and I wonder if I forwarded it to you guys. If I didn't, I will send it to Isabella and forward it to you from Jeremy. And it's a design contract of $36,000 to design all the plans and get all the permits and get all the environmental stuff done to build a monument on Veterans Park. And we gave them $10,000 already. And I know they absorbed that to their general fund. And now we're gonna be giving them 18,800 or so. So they'll have 28,000. And I've talked to Vice Mayor Morera, and I've talked to Jace of Councilman.
I think Renee's gonna give us
Yeah,
something.
Councilman
Hernandez,
Sanchez.
Oh,
Alex.
Alex Sanchez.
Alex Sanchez. And both of them is if the town has an overage, they will fill the gap, and the gap is only $6,000. That should be fiscal dust for any town, so I will make sure that they can come up, because I will say that to them, it's only $6,000.
Was it mentioned they have $17,000 discretionary?
If you run short, give me a letter and I give it to Renee.
Well, no, once we have the plans done, Renee, I talked to Senator Renee
He'll tell me.
Garcia.
I talked to him
I
today.
talked to him and, once we have the plans done and once we have something to give him. So he can approach somebody
Right.
and with a cost estimate of what it costs to build it, he will help me and so will Representative Tom Fabrizio. They're ready, they're primed, they're ready.
John Fabrizio is raising $50,000 for Ana Jimenez.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I know Tom and I know Representative Fabrizio and Senator Garcia.
Right.
They're ready once we have these plans, because this money is just a development plan. Once the plans are done, I can approach both of them and I will approach both of them. And they will, ask the county and they will get grants and he will approach the state and he would see what the state can provide. And then we will fundraise with the American Legion, and we'll of course fundraise with Reindeer Run again. And then the town will probably be paying very little of it.
Yeah.
Percentage wise, and that'll be good. So it'll be almost like veteran funded in many ways. So that'll be fantastic. Okay, so getting back to the report.
For the American Legion post, you would be giving money to American Legion, is that what that line item?
Yes, we
is?
did it last year.
Okay, that can come out of your grants and aids, you do have a line item called grants and aids. It doesn't have any money in it now, that's why it didn't show up on the report, so you can allocate, you have $700 in that allocate as chair.
Okay, so
But also for veterans family scholarships, that would be a grants and aid item, right, so.
all right, so
Yeah.
let's put the grants and aid back in there. All right, so so let me put that down so I can reestablish the grants and aid line, after reestablish the grants and aid line item.
Yeah, just needs money.
And
and we also only have a contributions and donation line item.
yes, to
That would
us,
be for
that's
you,
to us.
yes, the committee getting money.
Oh, I got you. So
Yeah,
that's money in.
Grants and aid
Yeah,
is you
money in.
giving.
Okay.
I see.
So just to be clear, we already have a Memorial Day fund, it just is zero, so it doesn't show up in the line items.
Yes,
Well, grants and aid is already in, so we don't need American Legion post, we don't need veterans family scholarships, and we don't need Memorial Day, correct?
correct, so the one you would be proposing is the monument.
Yes, that is part one. Thanks, Scott. Okay. Do we need to vote on that, or? What do you think? Okay, all right, so let's vote on, what the Veteran Town Council report, finalization is gonna be. Basically, I'm gonna be requesting the creation of, or reestablishment of the Memorial Day line item and the reestablishment of the grants and aid line items. We can put the American Legion and the Veterans Family Scholarship funds
No.
in there.
I think, respectfully, Chair, I think you need to also, in your motion, add Veterans Park Monument
Okay, as well as
as a
adding,
line item.
yes, Veterans Park. Park Monument. Of the line item. Anything else? Right, so the motion's on the table to add, Memorial Day line item. To add, it exists, to add back the grants and aid line item and to create the Veterans Park Monument line item.
Second,
Did you need to do an Arbor Day line item too? Does that need to be in there?
No, we're not responsible for Arbor Day. Apparently, they
Okay.
just call it, what they call it is,
Trees and flags.
yeah. Plaques and purchase of trees.
Aren't the-
Your occasion is not gonna be actually be called Arbor Day, it's just
Okay.
Judy
Judy.
Day.
God.
Judy Day.
Judy Day.
I'm out.
Sorry, that's Judy, it's gonna be called Judy Day. All right. Okay, we had a motion on the table and I totally now messed
And
up.
on the proclamations, it's gonna happen on the day too.
Yes, no, it should be the same thing. I'm gonna try to do it all the same day once we figure out the. All right, so the motions on the table is to reestablish Memorial Day line item, reestablish grant and aid line item, and create the Veterans Park Monument line item, seconded by Pio. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nice. We can move on.
Willie, you call Jackson tomorrow.
I may call Josh tonight. He'll probably go get a call tonight.
Because they might
He's really good at returning.
give it a day, yeah. That's good.
Okay. New business. Arbor Day, like I said, prior to the meeting, I received an email from the Director of Public Parks and Recreation, Jeremy. And he says they haven't, Arbor Day is really to honor our tree canopy and he plans to go and hug every tree of our tree canopy in Mango Lakes. And so
We're gonna call it Judy Day.
we're gonna call it Judy Day.
Oh, okay.
So it's not Arbor Day tree planting, it's Judy Day,
Judy
and
Day.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna put that in the minutes.
That's right. Make a motion to call it Judy Day. The IO, all those in favor? Any opposed? Judy may be opposed, but we don't care. Motion carries.
Quick comment on the QR code, because I know it's really cool and
Yes.
the Girl Scouts are gonna be doing that. I might talk to my son who's 26 years old and tell him about the Judy Day now, Arbor Day was formerly known as, and he said, but people are putting stickers on all the QR codes and scamming people, and so that is a frequent thing now, is people are putting stickers over the top and it's clear and it's hard to tell, and then people are getting misdirected and scammed. So potentially you may want to rethink the project to just sending them to a URL, just put the URL there and they could just type it in, a short URL. To get people to these, no, it's on the parking signs, be careful when you park and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
it's everywhere you see, if you're real careful with QR codes. So I'm just saying it's a beautiful project, but it could be just URLs. Just to think about.
Yeah.
I know, it's terrible.
Every party.
It's a really good idea.
Every party needs a pooper.
If it's clear like that, even on like the stones.
They look, you can't tell, they won't see it.
Okay. Okay, well, but they can still do the project, to figure out the name. I mean, I'm just,
Indexing and the,
cause I don't know who's gonna type in a URL code. It's tough.
if it's short,
No, but you can do tiny URLs.
yeah, little teeny short ones.
It could be like.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
So they could be scammed too. I mean, I think we should look into see how serious it is. And if it would in fact be something that on that particular type of.
Well, the good thing
But I mean, I'm
is,
glad you brought it up.
it's not for money, like it's not to pay something, that's the good news of it, so. I guess the only thing it could be is somebody to get malware into your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
It's not-
redirect it
it's not worth
to
the
somewhere.
risk.
Yeah,
Something
exactly, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so,
Pro Palestinian.
yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, but that's a good point, but we can still do the project.
Yeah.
Cause what the Girl Scouts are gonna be doing is basically just kinda, dropping a pin on every location of every tree that has a name, who the person is. And then they're gonna get with probably the town liaison, who's gonna find who the next of kin was, or whoever had it dedicated, and see if we can get a bio. And if we can't get a bio, okay, we can't get a bio, then we just have a picture pinned, in some kind of website, you know what I mean? Okay, so back to Judy Day. It's still gonna be the same location, Mary Collins, it's still gonna be at 10 AM, but we gotta change the date. And looking at May, Judy, since it's your day and you have to be there.
Yeah.
You tell us.
You
What's
be out,
Saturday?
May 10th's fine, that's.
May
Wednesday
10th,
weekend,
that's
let's-
Saturday.
Saturday.
Birthday's on Monday, so it's a whole.
So
usual
Saturday,
weekend.
May 10th.
If not, Saturday, May 10th.
Do we have to make a motion?
Well, wait a minute, before we make a motion, don't we have the second Saturday of the month is also
American
the
Legion.
American Legion? So we could coordinate that with the American Legion, maybe,
Yeah, we can do it together.
yeah, we do it together, and we'd have the American Legion guys there.
That'll be
I love
awesome,
that.
actually. That would be really awesome. We'll have an audience already.
You're gonna be.
We'll start the American Legion, prior to the American
You're
Legion.
gonna have Julio
We'll
for the
kick this off.
helicopter. So you can-
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So May 10th?
Yeah,
Yeah, we might have to Coast Guard to fly the helicopter.
Do a flyover,
May 10th?
yeah, good, okay.
May 10th?
He's thinking of that.
Oh my God.
What time?
10 a.m.
we're gonna be inside. Why are you gonna be flying a helicopter? Okay,
You can hear it from the
Look out.
inside. Wow.
He can come up with the helicopter. and
I'll drop out.
Is it drop down? Drop, yeah, they drop it.
May 10th.
May,
May 10
Okay.
at 10 o'clock.
yeah,
okay. May 10th at 10 o'clock.
Right.
Motion to change Judy Day to May 10th.
Second.
Seconded by PIO.
And the other nice thing about it is we don't have to worry about
You're never
reserving the
wrong.
room. You're-
I really like, I pre-write it already.
And that's the other thing, we don't have to worry about reserving the Mary Collins content because we already have it.
Yeah, and we're still gonna need the chairs, the flags, we can get the American Legion posted, the coffee and pastries, American Legion's gonna be there anyway,
Yeah.
and, okay, so we approved the events, and, we gotta figure out the sign now. I'll get with Jeremy and figure it out. Okay, so here's what I see as a program sequence of events, welcoming remarks, then the national anthem. See if we can get the color guard from the Young Marines. Color guard. For prayer, we'll have the American Legion provide, we have a chaplain.
Yes.
I will introduce the honoree. The honoree rappels down or fast ropes from a helicopter the Coast Guard will provide.
I'll start training now.
Wear gloves, big leather gloves when you fast rope.
Yeah.
Um, And then she makes her comments. And then we go outside and I already talked to Jeremy and he says that the tree can definitely be planted by April. And I'm gonna tell him the ceremony's in May, so if you plant it in there, fine, we're not gonna know until you tell me which tree it is.
they did say that you can pick, I did propose your palm, but it has to be like an oak family.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have it for you.
The palm would stick out too
No.
much. They said green button. But,
Like a big, like a red oak or something, a real solid tree.
I don't know if you have another tree in mind. It
A
can't be the
green
palm.
buttonwood, do you wanna Google, oak
If
tree?
you have any other trees in mind, I can ask them, but the palm was a no-go, I'm sorry.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't expect that. All right, so Judy makes her comments and then we basically walk out there and, yeah, we're gonna need, one thing I forgot to put in there was we're gonna need those shovels, one ceremonial shovel and
That's
stuff.
public works, the gold shells. I
yes,
think. Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Remember, I wanna bring a shovel so you can use it.
No, she's gonna, we're gonna have the pretty ones that they don't, they do the groundbreaking that no one ever actually uses.
Okay.
We're gonna do a roost.
Oh, what? We're not gonna propose to her.
But it would is native
You're
to
gonna do that for Gary.
That's good.
Okay. So is there anything? I think the motion that was needed just was the date, time and place, correct? Nothing else. Okay,
Just need to figure out the QR code.
yeah, the QR code, I gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a preference of any oak tree, just any oak tree is great.
Okay, I'll tell her.
Water oak, I just saw any of them, water oak. I don't wanna get crazy, then it's gonna be hard to get, so just.
Whatever.
Yeah.
How old the tree, what, the tree that they plant out there, is it gonna be a 5-year-old tree or do we have a
How
choice?
5-year-old it to be?
I think
5-year-old
It's
is.
a sapling.
It's a
a
sapling.
5-year-old
Yeah.
sapling, an oak tree is only like this. It's very small.
It's a pretty tall sapling, it's over 6 feet tall, the one they did for Rosa is pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty
but
tall.
that-
It's not a little tiny thing.
It has to be taller than me.
I want a tree that's on, just, good solid, I like to see it, a little bit grow, a little bit of fine.
Stick around then, stick around for it, that's the rules.
Them the rules.
Oh, my dad, Wonder Daddy, you gotta see my tree.
Okay, moving right along. Okay, so Judy Day was covered. All right, the Veterans of Miami Lakes site, basically, we should have a photograph of every military banner.
Yeah.
Um,
They could do it, and they'll do it when they print them, the printer proof will, there'll be a nice real shot of it, not a photo of it, but.
Yeah, when
The
Fred
actual
first did
PDF of
this
it.
program, when Fred first did this program, he had big posters on how he photographed them, but they were in car dealerships, and they really look well.
He still has it on front of his.
Oh, he has the
The
PDF
way they
of
took the pictures and laid it out was one point I was
He
bringing
took a
up.
picture individual because we give us a picture of everybody that has a banner, a small picture like that,
Yeah,
with engrave, I forgot,
He
you know.
probably got
Anyway,
it from
Isabella, can you
approved
check
from
to
the
see if you
printer.
guys have all the pictures of all the banners? You should.
It'd be like in proof format, like in PDF
yeah,
format.
the proof, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, nice, so you can do stuff with it.
Because then that's basically what we, load it alphabetically,
Yeah,
and
sorry.
it'll be, if it was like searchable alphabetically, that'll be
Right.
awesome.
Right?
But we already made a motion. To request the town develop the Veterans of Miami Lakes site. We can talk about the details of how we would like it to look and how you engage it, I guess. Is that the word? Is that the
I forgot the name.
interface? You talk,
Term, but I.
I can engage that site, search for your family members, and alphabetical thing. You click on R to look up everybody named, under first name, last name, R, that kind of stuff. So next thing is motion to approve Veterans Day Parade Date, which
Okay.
is,
Sorry, hold on for a second. So I talked to Claire Cell and she was saying that we can do something like this for the banners. Kind of like our commemorative meeting page, so. Like a picture of the banner, you go down, it has more information about the individual, kind of give you an idea of something that we can do.
the only thing I'll say is if you can have like a little alphabetical thing, like the cross I gave all the way to the Z, that way you can
Right.
look up by
Some
name.
type of index
Yeah,
or-
because families and members are not gonna wanna go through everybody.
Yeah,
Some
so
kind
something
of,
like this. if
like
you're-
an index, yeah.
Yeah, something like this if you're interested in.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. That's exactly it.
Okay.
And we can add a little bit, so it's just basically reposting pictures, basically. The little drop down if you want, talk about it.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, motion to approve Veterans Day Parade, November 9th on Sunday.
November 9th?
So B, we don't have to approve?
I think we did it already.
I thought it was.
Yeah, we did it during
Okay.
A, we did it during 8A, an old business, because I talked about it twice. And I think,
Yeah, the submenu is
Yeah.
there, so.
Yeah.
Right, so
November 9th?
now we can be deleted.
Um,
all right, and
Who made a motion?
yeah, motion to approve. Veterans
Second.
Day. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and lastly, I'd like to introduce and welcome Major Charles James to the Veterans Committee. Sir, it's an honor to have you with us. I got to read your expose on Miami Lakers.
Right.
And,
Yeah, that was great.
It was great, you know, and you've been someone who volunteered with this town for a very, very long time. You are always our MC for our Veterans Day Parade. And no matter what crazy changes happens during the Veterans Day Parade, you always adjust. Cause I'm like, I'm pretty sure the script went off the rails right away, you know? And you've always adjusted and you've always did a great job on the announcing and identifying folks and giving folks credit. And we're truly honored to have you on our committee, sir. The floor is yours if you wish to say.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here officially.
Thank you. Welcome to.
Okay, any other items?
So 2 items, I think we should move to delete 9D, because we voted on
Earlier?
8A,
All
so.
right. Okay, let's move to clean up the agenda. Let's move, motions on the floor, able to, delete item 9B by Mr. Paez. Is there anybody wish to second that?
Second.
Mr.
Second.
You're already written in
You're
there.
personally offended.
To fix and Arbor
already
Day.
wrote it.
Yes, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any,
Do we need to fix 9A?
yeah, we have to read,
That's more like a schedule, right?
And do we need to fix Veterans Day or just leave it that it's the date, but it's not the parade, it's just the real, because that's the real day of Veterans Day. Just leave it like that
So what I
Or
can do
maybe
is just add
include the parade.
and then put the date of the parade.
Right,
Okay.
right next to it. And I'm gonna mark 5/10 for Judy Day.
Thank you, that's embarrassing.
any other issues?
One last
letter?
issue,
The
Yeah.
letter, the letter.
A letter.
Yes.
9D,
Funny, I talked
Yes,
about.
now we gotta, that's probably, we gotta
Is
add,
there-
we have to add, I need a motion to reopen brief. Item 7, or no,
9.
item
D.
6, right? Order of business, referrals, additions, deletion. Does anybody wish to reopen for additions, order, referral, and additions? Seconded by
Hey,
Yayo.
Mhm.
All right, and we need to add the letter, I don't think.
I found it.
I already got the one here, not so many pieces of paper. Oh, here it is, here it is. Okay, I have it. Motion to add a 9D.
9D, Yeah.
Which is a redraft of the letter of appreciation for the reindeer run. Seconded by Yayo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Did everybody read this letter?
Yes, great. I was
It is, I
actually
think it's
talking-
great too.
I was
Yeah.
talking about, I
Yes.
need to do mine because I can thank you to the sponsors of here with a package of swag.
Yeah.
I deliver it to, so should I?
Yeah.
Can I get this digitally?
Sure.
Thank you.
Think,
I emailed the-
Nicole sent it to me.
Yeah, no, I sent it to.
We have a little
to Isabel
competition.
and yeah.
Chair. On the side.
I CC'd you on it, but I should have printed it. Beat me to it.
I think
thought
it's
I
great.
sent it to her so that.
Yeah,
you
when
guys-
Larry told me that there would I would read the letter, I'm going, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Like, I'm
kinda
terrible
similar,
at
there's
letters.
A little bit of changes, I don't know if she's able to,
Yeah.
if we're able to pull it up, so we can see. But,
I think we need to fix the agenda, the schedule should be 10.
Okay.
Number 10, item 10, because it's,
Is it misnomer?
yeah, it's missed number.
oh yeah.
New business is 9.
Oh,
And then 10 will be the same. You didn't catch that.
Oh, I thought we added it to new business.
yeah. 9, it'll be 9D.
90 for the letter, then 10 is the Veterans Committee.
Yeah,
The schedule.
definitely I'll fix that.
Oh, I see. All right. Yeah, that's, we'll fix that administrative error. All right, okay.
Yeah, obviously including the deer and the
Yeah.
letterhead,
Dear
The logo.
sir, madam, or
yeah.
Preferred pronoun. Okay. Motion on the table to approve the letter as written. I think it's fantastic.
So Ed wrote one too.
Whose letter is this?
Yeah.
no idea.
It's his, they're very similar,
Oh, okay.
but a little bit different.
How are they different?
Um,
Yeah, I read them both. They're both awesome.
yeah, I agree. So I feel like the ending is a little bit different. I don't know, whichever it is.
Can you make that bigger?
Only
Yes, sorry.
difference, only things that I would change from
Yeah.
like the one that I'm seeing that you wrote, Ed, is like just the lower, just being a super nitpicky is just, changing veterans to lowercase.
Where?
3 different spots,
Oh, okay.
and then just removing the,
Post one.
yeah, around. Just writing.
So you mean like under local?
How I have it.
All right. Good with those changes, Ed?
Yeah, if we pick my letter.
Yeah. Okay, so motion's on the table to approve the Ed letter with the modification as suggested by Nicole.
Second.
Second, PIO. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks. If that, you could just.
If I would have printed it, I think I would
I
have.
think you want.
You would have won. I think you would have won.
Okay, I wanted, today I signed the papers. I want to invite you, like, I don't know when, they were the name East Eighth Street. Hialeah, my name.
Oh,
And they give me a confirmation, I don't know the date.
What street?
East Eighth Lane. That's where my kids grow, so I live in Saturday.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put together a ceremony.
Right, well, you-
So, okay,
You don't know when it's gonna be yet, but
No, they don't know yet, that's why it is, because they have to meet, they already approved it.
all right, motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
Yeah.
do I give you a copy of the, what's gonna happen the 21st?